And welcome back, Cody's Caravan in Plymouth today. We're at D'Agostini Wines. You guys make lovely, lovely wines, my friend. I'm a big fan. But I like sweet wines, and you guys kind of, you've cornered the market in this thing.
Yeah, so we do a lot of sweet wines here, which the previous owner, Charles Spinetta, he was known for his sweet wines. So when we purchased this, we really just wanted to keep that going. We wanted to keep the tradition, keep the clientele that he had, which was great. But it's a different ballgame for sure. It's a little harder. The sweet wines, well, the way we make them is called stop fermenting.
Stop fermenting.
Stop fermenting.
Do you just yell at it? Stop fermenting!
Exactly. So once again, that's why we have these chilling jackets. So we just watch them real close because yeast eats sugar, turns it into alcohol. So to have sweetness in wine, you need to preserve sugar. And so when it gets to that, we just watch it every single day. We're monitoring, watching, and when it gets to a sweetness we like, an alcohol we like, we chill these tanks down, and I can get them down to 28 degrees Fahrenheit.
Really?
So they're cold. And just nothing happens in bacteria, yeast, nothing.
The whole process stops?
It just stops. And so from there, we have such fine filters nowadays, and they even did back when Charles Spinetta started, but we just filter so fine that it takes the yeast and bacteria out. It's called sterile filtering, and then you just got to get in a bottle fast to make sure that it stays sterile.
Now, we're standing in front of these big tanks, and I was saying that they look like rockets. Because they're kind of tall and skinny, and that's on purpose, right?
That is on purpose, yeah. So these tall, skinny tanks, the jacketing right here or the riveted part is jacketing for cooling. And so we have glycol that runs through there. And that's where, of course, I can get down to 25 degrees. But just because they're taller and narrower, there's more surface area of that cooling jacket touching the wine, so it can cool it that much faster. We have that much control over it stopping fast when we need it to.
Man, I'm learning stuff, Luke.
Yeah,
I'm learning.
for sure.
You guys back at the studio didn't think I could learn at this age, but I'm learning things.
How did you learn it?
So you got to stop it. I mean, it's so precise. Like when it happens, do you have to everybody stops what they're doing, and you're like, we got a bottle now.
It's not quite that
Bottle time.
urgent, but it's pretty much like that. I mean, when I stop it, I just got this little thermostat. I walk over, I turn it all the way down, and then I get to wait. But once it's filtered, that's when the urgency comes in. We do so much filtering. This was our first harvest, and so it was a fun learning curve figuring out how to do all that.
Well, I am glad that you guys kept that tradition going, because honestly, my family might have rioted, because we love that sweet wine, man. It's so good. Okay, coming up, we're going to show you all the different types of wines they have, and their dipping stuff is delicious. So that's all coming up. Back to you guys.
You know I love a dip. All right.